Hello again, my name is David Blanchard and I am here to talk a little more about radiation today. So something to let you know about me is I am actually a radiation safety officer for my company. I provide safety training as well as field work for the oil and gas field as it pertains to radiation. So just a little bit to let you know, just some fun facts about radiation is of course the mother of radiation. Now when it comes to the mother of radiation, that being Marie Curie was an exceptionally great woman. Now one thing that was great about Marie Curie was she was the one who actually was able to test and find out what radiation did in a positive manner, and as well as what she did in the medical field. She brought a lot of the techniques that are practiced now in the medical field up to the forefront. So a little bit about Marie Curie. Well, one thing that's amazing about Marie Curie is she is the first woman to ever win a Nobel Peace Prize. Isn't that amazing? First woman to ever win something that men dominated at all times. That's pretty cool. Another thing that's amazing about Marie Curie is she is the only person in existence who ever won 2 Nobel Peace Prizes in 2 separate disciplines. One of those disciplines being, of course, chemistry, and then the second one is physics. Okay, so that is a very amazing feat if you really look at it, because not only was she the first woman to ever win a Nobel Peace Prize, but then to turn around and say, hey, I'm going to win 2 in 2 different disciplines, that is a pretty nice feat. So the thing about Curie that was bad about Curie is when Marie Curie was testing radiation, Marie Curie of course had to ingest the radiation to test it, because as they tested on themselves, and back in that time they were testing radiation because of how positive the effects were. They didn't know that there were any negative effects with radiation. Okay, so one of the things that was very important to that was she had to ingest it to see how it would affect her body in the positive ways that they were seeing. The downfall to that, however, was when Marie Curie would ingest this radiation, over time it would eat up the lining of her stomach and her intestines, which is very bad because the lining of the intestines is actually very important to what absorbs the nutrients to your food. Okay, so one of the things that is very important about that is when she was eating, she actually ended up starving to death. Now, something that's very interesting about the whole Curie family is the fact that her husband, Pierre, also won a Nobel Peace Prize, doing the same thing that Marie Curie was doing. However, he did not meet the same fate. He actually got ran over by a wagon, which killed him a few years previous to when Marie Curie died. Another great thing about the Curie family is how well decorated they are with Nobel Peace Prizes. Their family is responsible for 5 different Nobel Peace Prizes. Of course, like I've already discussed, Marie Curie had 2, Pierre had 1, and then both of their children had Nobel Peace Prizes as well. What is important and why I speak about this with radiation is because it's where one of our most major units comes from, that comes in our lab reports when it comes to sampling for radiation. So when you send in a sample to the lab, it will actually come back to you in Curie form. That exact form is going to be picocuries. Okay? That is very important when it comes to sampling. Okay, so one of the things that we've got to work on moving forward is next time we'll actually discuss a little more into what the units are with radiation and exactly what they do for day-to-day operations in the oil field. Thank you and have a great day.